is the domestic news update on top accolade news. The headlines: opposition parties raise concerns over 4 billion naira aid distribution to vulnerable households. EKITI State rejects Sharia panel. Finance Minister announces periodic review of telecom tariffs. Nigeria's 2025 budget allocate $30 million for science and technology. In politics, opposition parties raise concerns over 4 billion naira aid distribution to vulnerable households. Nigeria's opposition parties are raising concerns over the government's disbursement of 4 billion naira to vulnerable households, with fears that it could be misappropriated or distributed unfairly. The funds announced by the federal government to assist displaced households are part of a broader effort to alleviate the nation's humanitarian crisis. However, opposition leaders, including the People's Democratic Party's Timothy Osadolo and the New Nigeria People's Party's Ladipo Johnson, has questioned the transparency of this process, citing past instances of palliative mismanagement. They urge the government to ensure that the aid reaches those in need regardless of political, religious, or ethnic affiliation. Meanwhile, the government stresses its commitment to targeting the most vulnerable population, particularly in conflict-affected regions like the Northeast. Still in politics, EKITI State rejects Sharia panel. The EKITI State government has made it clear that its legal framework does not recognize the existence of a Sharia court or an independent Sharia arbitration panel. In a statement issued on Thursday, the State Attorney General, Mr. Dayo Akpata, responded to reports about the public sitting of the so-called Sharia panel, which had resolved 2 marriage disputes. He emphasized that the state judicial structure, which includes the customary court of appeal, and high court, is fully capable of handling issues related to Islamic, Christian, and traditional marriages. Governor Biodun Oyebanji's administration has also condemned the development, calling it politically motivated by opposition parties. The state government has warned that any action threatening peace and harmony in EKITI will be met with legal consequences. Shifting focus to economy, Finance Minister announces periodic review of telecom tariffs. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has confirmed that telecommunications tariff in Nigeria will undergo periodic reviews following the recent 50% hike approved by the Nigerian Communications Commission. Speaking at the 2025 World Economic Forum, Edun explained that the tariff adjustment was necessary due to rising operational costs and inflation in the sector. While the decision has sparked criticism from the Nigeria Labour Congress, which is considering a potential nationwide boycott, Edun emphasized that the review process will ensure fairness to both consumers and operators. He also urged telecom companies to improve service quality and efficiency in exchange for the tariff increase. Still in economy, Nigeria's 2025 budgets allocate $30 million for science and technology. The Nigerian government has announced a $30 million allocation for the science and technology in the 2025 budget, aimed at driving socio-economic development through research and innovation. However, despite this proposed funding, experts are highlighting the ongoing challenges in the sector. Researchers across the Nigerian universities are frustrated with limited financial support and the politicization of research grants. While global institutions spend billions annually on R&D, Nigerian research remains significantly low, with no dedicated university research budgets and only TED Fund offering limited support. Experts argue that the system is designed to hinder progress, and many researchers are calling for more robust funding and infrastructure to advance innovation and drive national growth. You are watching the domestic news update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks Thanks for staying with us. Insecurity. Police in Bayelsa initiate ceasefire agreement to end cult-related killings. In a response to a series of cult-related killings in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, the State Police Command has launched a conflict resolution initiative aimed at enforcing a ceasefire between warring cult groups. Over the past week, clashes have led to the death of 7 individuals, including 3 youth from the same family, across various suburbs of the state capital. The violence stemming from disputes over the control of revenue from the newly established state transport terminal at EBUKA has prompted the police to call for a meeting with cult leaders. After an earlier meeting invitation was declined, 10 leaders agreed to stop the violence and hold each other accountable for any future conflicts. The police have warned that any cult leader involved in further violence will be arrested and prosecuted. Moving to disaster. Female prospective corps member dies in a fatal accident. A tragic accident has claimed the life of a female prospective corps member on her way to the NYC orientation camp in Ebonyi State. The 14-seater bus she was traveling in, carrying 12 prospective corps members, collided with a Mercedes-Benz tipper truck along the Amasiri-Okigwe route in Afito North local government area. While the deceased, whose identity is yet to be confirmed, died from the injuries she sustained, other passengers survived with varying degrees of injuries. The Federal Road Safety Corps confirmed the incident, but detailed casualty information remains scarce as victims were rescued before officials arrived. Moving to entertainment. EBUKA OBI-UCHENDU advocates for politicians to wear traditional attire abroad. Media personality and fashion icon EBUKA OBI-UCHENDU is calling on Nigerian politicians and public officers to embrace traditional attire, especially when traveling abroad. In a post on X, EBUKA expressed that showcasing Nigeria's rich cultural heritage through clothing could boost the country's image internationally. Known for his impeccable style as the host of Big Brother Naija, EBUKA joins the growing movement as Nigerian fashion continues to gain global recognition, with popular fabric like Ankara making waves in international markets like the UK. Now in sports. Leon Balogun optimistic about Super Eagles World Cup qualifying chances. Super Eagles and Rangers defender Leon Balogun remains confident that Nigeria can qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup despite their current 5th place position in Group C with just 3 points from 4 games. Balogun stressed the importance of winning all 6 remaining matches, a challenging but achievable goal. He emphasized the need for a clear strategy and strong preparation from all stakeholders. Balogun also acknowledged the pressure the team faces, but called for a winning mindset as they aim to regain their place at the top of African football. That concludes our domestic news updates for today. Stay tuned for more domestic news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojo-Rumi Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.